welcome back, Wheels and Weeboos, to the channel that can doge, where today I'm going to do a bit of a beginner guide for BTD6 boss fights, which is also going to be specific to this week's boss fight. Every boss fight week is a bit different, so you know, I can't really do a general one if there's only one on this week, obviously. But yeah, I have only recently really gotten into doing boss fights in BTD6, and I found them really enjoyable. We're going to be trying to be Elite Lych in ranked mode, so no powers allowed. And that's pretty daunting for most players, understandably so, because, well, Elite Lych is really, really hard. In fact, all the Elite bosses are, really. I think that the normal bosses often do feel quite, like, manageable. Like, I remember when I first tried boss fights, like, the normal bosses were like, okay, that was a good challenge, like, you know, but, like, it only took me, like, 1 or 2 tries. Whereas the Elite boss fights felt a little bit, like, daunting, like, whoa, what the fuck, how am I even supposed to do this? I remember, I think the first time I tried an Elite boss, I couldn't even make it to tier 2. So, yeah, that is because to do well in boss fights, you've got to farm really, really efficiently. And that's actually a little bit hard to do, because usually you're not really tested on your ability to farm in this game. So most people actually don't know the best methods to farm, or at least didn't know before boss fights came along. Because, well, you can't farm in chimps mode, and that used to be like the ultimate test of skill in this game. So it didn't really matter if you didn't farm perfectly, because if you were playing a mode where you were allowed to farm, it probably wasn't the hardest of modes. So you didn't really have to farm perfectly to do well. Whereas here, you do have to farm really, really well. So people obviously had to start figuring out, well, what are good options for farming, because if you don't farm correctly, you take a massive hit to your income. Now, I am by no means the resident expert on boss fights. I mean, I beat tier 5 Lych already on Elite this week, so I do think I, you know, can obviously talk about how to beat it. But I'm not talking about, okay, this is literally the perfect way to do it exactly like this, and also, this is how you get the best time on the leaderboard. That's not what this video is going to be. It's more just for people who literally just want to fucking beat a tier 5 Elite boss without having to use powers and cheat, basically. So yeah. First things first though, this week's a bit interesting because we start on round 37, which is really late, and it's actually quite a big deal. Because although we get a lot of starting money because of the fact we start on round 37, there's one massive problem with that, and that is we get less rounds to farm. A lot less rounds to farm. And even though we get the money up front, we probably would have gotten more money if we were given time to farm. So overall, this is probably a loss in money, which really hurts. As well as that, they disabled 3 towers for this week, almost all some of the best towers for boss fights, the Spike Factory, the Dartling Gunner, and the Village. Now that sucks, so we're going to have to find other ways to be effective in this boss fight. The Dartling Gun is usually really good because of the Mad upgrade, being, I think, literally the best Moab damage in the entire game, at least for, like, you know, something besides maybe the True Sun God or a Paragon. And the Spike Factory is really good because Carpet of Spikes is really good Moab damage. Perma Spike is obviously really good for stacking up loads of damage ready for when the boss shows up. And you get a lot of money in boss fights, so you can usually afford Super Mines in boss fights. And Super Mines obviously does insane damage. The main reason it's not good most of the time isn't because it's weak, it's just because it's too expensive, but it's not too expensive in this mode. Anyway, I know I've been going on a bit, but I just want to be a bit thorough. So, what are we doing here? First things first, we're getting a Bloom Trap here. Bloom Trap has been discovered to be actually one of the best farming methods in the game. You essentially just earn double money from all balloons that get sucked up into the trap, so as long as you can put the trap close enough to the entrance that the engineer barely gets any pops, then yeah, you're earning a whole lot more money than usual. As well as that, I need a plan for how I'm going to beat tier 1, because it's coming very, very soon. Now, if this was the normal boss fight, I would not have to take this that seriously. I could spend only a couple thousand to get enough damage to beat tier 1. However, this is not the normal one. This is Elite, and Elite has massively increased health, so even the tier 1 is going to be an absolute tank. So it's going to be pretty hard to get enough damage to kill it, which means we're going to have to spend quite a lot on our defense. So what are we going to get? We are going to do the classic Overdrive with Super Brittle strategy. If you're not familiar with it, it is a very common strategy for boss fights, where essentially you take the Tac Tutor, Overdrive, or Tac Zone if you can afford it, but we can't really afford to get Tac Zone in this situation. And this thing just obviously shoots really fast and shoots so many projectiles, so then we combine that with Embrittlement, which makes it so that Moabs take +1 damage from all projectiles temporarily when freezing them. Super Brittle makes that +4. So essentially, I don't have 2 overdrives here. As soon as the Super Brittle kicks in, I effectively has 10 here, which is going to massively increase our damage output. So much so, in fact, that we can probably kill, like, the boss within, like, 10 seconds of him reaching this loop, which probably makes this sound like it's going to be really easy. However, there's one catch, well, 2 catches. One, we actually need to afford the Super Brittle in time, which, yeah, maybe if I didn't get this engineer, I could do that. However, if I didn't get this engineer, I'd be making way less money, and I'm going to need that money later. But there's the other problem, a more pressing one. This boss has gimmicks. Well, I mean, all the bosses do, but this one especially. Lych is generally considered the hardest of the 4 bosses currently in the game. I mean, it's up for debate. In some situations, other ones can be worse. But the Lych has so many mechanics that are almost designed specifically to counter a lot of popular strategies. Namely that he can steal buffs from your towers to heal himself, meaning that you can't really use alchemists against him. And he can also heal whenever you sell towers, so if you try and sell all your farms while he's damaged to get something really powerful to finish him off, then you might end up just healing him to full health, which is a pretty bad thing to happen. What we're particularly scared about here, though, is the fact that it can spawn more balloons. It does it in 2 ways. Either one, whenever it reaches a skull, it itself will turn invincible and see-through, and it will summon a smaller soul version of itself, which will steal lives just for existing on the screen and run for the exit. That is daunting, but we can take care of it. What's more of a problem is that it also resurrects Moabs that die behind it from the dead and brings them back as chained zombie Moabs, which are much worse than their normal versions. They don't pop into ceramics, but they have massively increased health, and I'm not sure if they're faster, but it feels like they are. And that means that, unfortunately, while we can deal with everything else because of all the damage we have here, I've noticed that it seems to spawn the chained Moabs around here, which is a little bit too late in the track. And so what happens is they manage to escape before the Super Brittle manages to freeze them and get the massively increased damage, and they run all the way over here. This is a big problem. However, I do have a solution to it. Can't really place it down right now, because I'll explain in a second, but we're going to put the sniper here. Doesn't have to be this spot, but I feel like this is probably the best spot. There's no real perfect sniper spot in this map. I mean, one of the best ones would be this, but this spot obviously is too important for other towers later. So I think I'm going to be putting it here, because I can't think of anything else I'd want to put here, and this still gets most of the map. Anyway, so the sniper is going to be used because once we get the ball rolling, we're going to be able to make so much money that even though we're going to struggle to afford Super Brittle to start, once we get it up, we're going to be able to quickly afford main Moab. And getting main Moab is going to be really, really helpful. Because of the fact there aren't going to be that many chained Moabs at the start in Tier 1, we can literally just have this one main Moab stun lock whatever manages to run too far ahead. And that way we won't have to worry about them. So yeah, there's only one more thing though, and that is, we actually still won't make enough money for that main Moab with our current setup. So what we're going to do? We're going to farm. Which might sound crazy because we literally have 3 rounds until the boss shows up. How could we possibly farm? Well, it's mostly thanks to banana salvage, which makes it so that we actually get increased sellback for our farms, to the point where, yeah, even having these farms for only 3 or 4 rounds is actually going to profit overall. As well as that, when we get these marketplaces, the crosspath here actually depends on the situation. I think most people know this by now, but if you didn't, the 023 actually makes more money than the 203. It's only by a small margin, but it makes a little bit more. Now, you might be wondering, if that's the case, why do I see everyone getting 203s? Are they just dumb? Well, the 203 is more popular, mostly because of the fact that the increased money you get from the 023 is so slight that a lot of the times, if you can't afford a marketplace yet and you're trying to save up money for one, it's actually smarter to get a 203 because the 200 farm will make more money faster to save up for the marketplace than getting a 020 farm. So you'll be able to get the marketplace faster if you get a 203, and obviously because the marketplace makes so much, that might actually end up making you more money in the long run, even though technically on a per round basis the 023 earns you more. Obviously in this situation we're given the money up front, so that means that 023s are going to be better. But if you're in a situation where you're trying to get enough money for the marketplaces, 203s can be better. Anyway, so yeah, the plan is get this to a 023, collect a bunch of stuff from the trap. When the boss shows up, we wait until the last minute, and then we sell, we get this to Super Brittle, we place the sniper here, we get main Moab. That is the plan. And if we can, I would like to not sell the engineer. We might need to, but I think we might be able to get away with keeping it. That would be really nice. Okay then, with that said, I guess I'm ready to go. Let's see how this goes. Azili is not exactly the hero I would go for in these boss fights typically, but we can only use Oben or Azili at the moment in this boss fight. Those are the only ones you're allowed, and I'm not gonna lie, they both kind of suck. I tried Oben when I beat it, and I feel like he didn't do much, even though I still managed to beat it. So I thought I'd try Azili this time and see if she does a bit more. I'm not sure if she will, though. Neither of them seem like great picks. We don't want to get the sniper yet, because it will steal pops from our engineer. Which means less money. So the sellback of all these is 20,000, so we already almost have enough for Super Brittle. At this point, I think it's okay to get the sniper. Because we can put it on strong so it doesn't affect the trap, and it just shoots through the Lych. We'll just pre-place it, we're not getting the upgrade yet. Okay, it's nearly there. Nearly. I think we're going to be making a good amount of money here. 1, 2, 3. 4. We're going to put this on first now because the chain mobs are going to go ahead of the Lych, but the Lych is technically the strongest. Do I have to sell? Oh, okay, no, we popped that without needing main mob, and then we can probably make enough money that by the next one, by the next one, come on, by the next one. So close. Come on. Oh, we got it. We didn't need main mob. Okay, it's fine. I'm still gonna get main mob just in case. Yeah, that was a good goal. Well, it's in the bag now, so I'm just gonna start, because yeah, Super Brittle just does that much damage. So I'm going to start... Oh wait, what am I doing? 203 this time, because I need to save up. I'm going to get this to a 203 trap now, because that makes it deploy the trap more often. And we're now that wasn't needed before, because there were so few balloons that the trap wouldn't fill up quickly, but now the trap is filling up quickly, which means that we do need it to redeploy quicker. Because the timer before it can redeploy again is still counting down, even while one's already on the screen. So if one stays on the screen for ages before it fills, then there's no point in getting this upgrade. However, if it drops and it gets filled almost immediately, then it's good to get this upgrade to earn more money. Anyway, we are going for marketplaces here. We're still going for marketplaces, even though technically, if you run the numbers, if I remember correctly, banana plantations and monkey banks both make more money than marketplaces. But the reason why we're still going for them is not only for the sellback, but because there is a situation in which they outpace the others. And that would be when it comes to merchantmen. And that is because of the central market upgrade, which gives merchantmen plus 10% income. All merchantmen. Now here's the thing. It's very easy to underestimate this, because when you use this in a normal game and maybe you only get a few marketplaces, this feels like it doesn't do much. However, when you actually get the time in a boss fight, which is extremely long, to farm really hard and make loads of money, you'll realize that the fact this is 10% income that you can keep adding on to every merchantman on the screen means that if you're able to spam merchantmen, this is actually one of the single best money-making options in the game. I actually tried it. My first attempt on this boss fight, I failed. I got to tier 4 and I died, and that was because I was using BRS, which are usually considered the most efficient option in the game. But central markets made way more money. They were the far better strategy. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll keep playing. And we'll see what we can do from here. I'm going to keep going for 203s until we start making enough money that I can just buy, like, 023 straight up. And I don't like... Wait, I just realized. What am I doing? Oh my god, sorry. My brain is literally off right now. I need to sell Super Brittle because it's expensive and we make more money if we do this. Hopefully that won't hurt us too much. My brain was just off, I'm sorry. I am not used to boss fights, to be honest. Again, as I say, I haven't played them much, so I just didn't have that instinct of, oh yeah, the boss is over now, sell things. Another thing I want to do is, it looks like, do I want to get this yet? I like the idea of getting an elite sniper, but I don't know when I'm going to need it, and it might be a bit early. I might start... No, I won't start working on my merchantman armor yet. I'll get a couple more marketplaces before I do that. It's annoying trying to fit farms on this map, to be honest. Oh yes, we want to put farms near the water as well, because then we get increased sell back when we get to favored trades, which increases the sell. Oh my god, I just. Blech. We get increased sell back with favored trades, basically, yeah. Another fun fact is that's important to keep in mind. It's not always the case, obviously, but generally a lot of the more expensive farms actually technically make you less income per amount of money you have to spend on the upgrade itself. In fact, if I remember correctly, the single most cost-efficient upgrade in the entire game in terms of the amount of money you spend to the amount of money you earn from it is increased production. 100 banana farms are technically the single most efficient form of banana farm. But obviously, it's not very viable to spam a million 100 banana farms, which is why people bother getting BRFs and marketplaces and all that. And of course, other farms can be more efficient when you introduce mechanics like this plus 10% income and all that, like ability money from this. Like this is the Banana Centrals buff to the Banana Research Facility. Stuff like that can make it so that other things can be more efficient, but yeah. I'm going to move this further to the left, not because I think I can fit another farm, I know I can't. I'm doing it because it might have an easier time getting range of the boat. Now, unfortunately, this water is a lot smaller than it looks, and there's like barely any boats you can fit here. We're going to have to stuff as many as we can now. By the way, that entire middle strip of the screen, yeah, you can't fit a single boat there. It's absolute garbage. Look at this. I've tried. There is actually no way you can fit a boat here. It's so stupid. I think you can fit it at a submarine. No, you're not about to tell me you can't fit a submarine there. This game is actually so dumb. So, we are now getting pretty close to when he shows up. However, I don't think we need to worry, because if I remember correctly, I think I can get away with literally just another Super Brittle, and this time all I'd have to do is make this attack zone as well. And I think we have the damage we need. So I don't think we actually need to sell farms or anything. This is all merchantmen, by the way, isn't it? Yeah. So, I might even get one of these as well, because it's going to affect all these merchantmen. It's going to make us a lot more money. Now, though, I'll start saving up for defense, because I'm not going to be stupid. Okay, we got the Sacrificial Totem from Azili as well. This is the reason why I'm trying Azili instead of Oben, because I noticed that when I used Oben before, even though it worked, because again, I did manage to beat it, I thought, wow, he really didn't do anything, because I didn't end up using any Magic Monkeys, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't think I used any of them. So, oh yeah, well, I got the Ninja Paragon, but the Ninja Paragon can't get any buffs, because Paragons aren't allowed to get buffs. So, you know. So, and the main reason I picked Oben was because he would provide buffs to Magic Monkeys. So I realised that all he ended up doing was cleaning up balloons, which to be fair wasn't worthless. It was still worth it considering he was only 585 to place, but it wasn't great. So here I'm thinking if maybe the Sacrificial Totem might help us defeat the boss faster and actually be much more worthwhile. Anyway, it looks like I might have budgeted this just about right, considering that we're going to be making a lot of money as this is going. I guess I'm just keeping this on first still, because there's no... We might need to sell, so I don't want to deal too much damage to it. I don't want to sell, I'm going to try and avoid selling, but we might need to, so I'm going to try not to do too much damage to it until it gets here. Because then, obviously, the selling would heal it. Okay, Super Brittle's there, and Tack Zone next, which, yeah, I think we'll get enough money in time. Well, actually, it's kind of close. I'd love to sell one farm, but... Oh, maybe I should sell one farm. Oh, wow. Yeesh. Yeah, nah, I should have sold one farm. Very close, though. Just... Wait, hang on? Nah. Okay, quickly retry from round 60. We just literally just sell one farm. In fact, we don't even sell it straight away. We wait until, In fact, we can sell one of these ones as well. That's better. Okay. and then we'll make enough money for this in time. Come on. Come on. Nah, you're not about to do this to me. Nah, no, 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 give me it, give me it, give me it. I'm right there. Nah, I'm gonna die to these, aren't I? Let's try this. I don't mind doing this. Oh, I actually didn't realize. I thought you just had to kill the soul to get it out of invincibility. You have to kill these too. Okay, right. Okay, so yeah, we definitely just sell more farms. Okay, right. God, that's really annoying. I'm really close to being able to get away with this, only selling one farm, but I guess I'm gonna have to sell two. But I think literally two is all we need, because like the only problem is that the zombie balloons are getting past this. That's the only problem. There we go. That should be enough, right? Yeah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ, I love Super Brittle Tech Zone. Holy shit, whoa, where did all these balloons come from? Bouncing bullet sniper's broken. Let's go. Oh yeah, sacrificial totem! Use that! Oh, hang on. Okay, we got it. Okay, there we go. So now... So... Elite Sniper's now our defense. Get an out buff for the Sniper. Elite Sniper's also going to make money. It's also going to boost the attack speed of this. Now we put this on Strong. Now we get Central Markets here. We want to get a Trade Empire. Like that. Yeah, okay, this is looking good. In fact, I think I'm not even going to get more marketplaces. I think at this point, without how many merchantmen we have, we might start getting to the point where just getting more central markets is more cost efficient. So yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, I really like getting this next, because we're going to want Cripple Mob later, because Cripple Mob is not only good single target mob damage, but it also has a similar effect to Super Brittle, even on bads which it can't stun. It will make him take +2 damage. Not quite as much as Super Brittle, but still half as effective with an infinite range tower that does more damage on its own than Super Brittle does. So, still very worthwhile. Now, here's the problem. Tier 3 is a turning point. I feel like Tier 3 so far in the boss fights I've done when it comes to Elite is always a difficult one, where you don't know if you just want to go for a really expensive normal defense or if you want to get a Paragon here. So I imagine most of you will be already aware of this, but in case you aren't, this game has Paragon upgrades. They don't have all of them yet. At the current time of this video, there's only 6 of them. But the Paragon upgrades are basically just the strongest upgrade for that tower. You need to sacrifice one of every tier 5 to make the Paragon. And you also sacrifice every other tower of that type on the screen at the time. So to get the Dart Paragon or the Apex Plasma Master, you would sacrifice at least an Ultra Juggernaut, a Plasma Monkey Fan Club, and a Crossbow Master. And then you'd also sacrifice every other Dart Monkey on the screen to make it even stronger. You get a degree based on how much you sacrifice, which makes it even stronger per level you get, all the way up to 100. However, it's really hard to actually get a high degree, mostly because it's based on multiple factors, and one of the most important ones is the amount of pops you got with the towers you sacrifice, not just the cost of the towers and how many you sacrifice. And that means that it can be really hard to get a high degree Paragon a lot of the time because, well, you know, it's kind of hard to spend the money on the towers and then keep them long enough that they get the pops and no other towers steal the pots for them and then turn them into a Paragon. Especially because usually you're doing this kind of on the spot. Usually the tower hasn't been around that long. So yeah. The Dart Paragon is the cheapest Paragon in the game and is also, despite being so cheap, generally one of the stronger ones in the game and has been for a while. So the Dart Paragon is absolutely going to be the first one we go for. We're hoping to get the Dark Paragon for tier 3, but the money is always tight with tier 3 if you want to get Paragon, which is why sometimes you wait until tier 4. But to be able to beat a tier 3 elite, you need so much damage for like normal tower numbers. The main reason we want a Paragon is actually most of the Paragons are technically overpriced for how much damage they do. Like, to be honest, it's often better just to get a cheaper tower and then buff the hell out of it than to get a Paragon, especially because Paragons aren't allowed to get buffs. But to remedy that, the devs hard-coded it so that you get a massive, massive damage boost whenever you use a Paragon against a boss fight. Specifically 2 bosses, they deal massively increased damage. So Paragons are going to be like our best option for that. Also, we get cash crits from this, which is nice. I just realized I have money I need to spend. Blech. Favorite trades. Favorite trades. Favorite trades. Favorite trades. Favorite trades. Favorite trades. We're going to be making quite a lot with this strategy. You can hear how much that trap is making. Just have a... Oh my god, the sentries can't get out of the way. I actually cannot select them. Okay, 24,000, basically 25,000 this tower has made us already. That's just the energy at work. And every single one of these is another plus 10% to all these boats, which is really, really good. Oh wow, we can even fit one more. I was curious if we might be able to sneak one more in. Yeah, but that's still not happening. I wonder if XXL's trap is even a good idea. I can't get it really right now because of tier 3 requiring so much money, but genuinely, XXL trap might be a good idea. I didn't get it in my last run, but I considered it. I was like, maybe XXL trap will be worth it. Because this trap just makes so much. Also, I know it might be look stupidly greedy to try and do this, but like you see how much money we're making right now. We can actually get away with being this greedy. As well as that, when we do get the Paragon, it will kill the boss so quickly that because of how strong Paragons are against bosses, that we could probably get it when it's like all the way over here, and we'll probably still kill it. So, yeah. All right, we should start getting our Dark Monkeys now. In fact, I'm gonna get the Ultra Juggernaut over here, just so we can get some pops before we absorb it, so that we get a higher degree. We're going to put a Crossbow Master here. I'm going to put, just in case we need it really close to the exit, hopefully we won't need it here, but if we do, I'm going to put a Plasma Monkey Fan Club here, when I can afford it. And as well as that, we can actually do something a little cheeky. We can give our Paragon a massive, stupidly high boost to its level, because of the fact that a Monkey Knowledge actually lets you get 2 Crossbow Masters instead of just 1. And that does an enormous amount to make your Dark Monkey Paragon have a higher level. So it's absolutely worth doing. Now, technically, at this point, I should start placing even more Dark Monkeys to sacrifice to the Dark Paragon to make it stronger, but of course, I'm worried about even affording it in the first place, because, you know... Yeah. So, at this point, I'm going to stop. But if I was to want to actually get the, you know, genuinely get a high-level Paragon here, I would be spamming Super Monkey Fan Club, so I'm spending as much money as possible on Dark Monkeys right now. But as I say, I don't want to go for that right now. Whoops, didn't even mean to press that. Technically, it can steal that away, so hopefully... Yeah, well, I mean, it'll wear off in time. Okay, so these all sell for about 20,000. Just under. This sells for about 76,000. Yeah, I think we can just sell a whole bunch, and we'll probably get there. But of course, we're going to wait until it gets further through the track. Put this on first instead of strong. In fact, I'm going to put it on last for a bit. Store the stuff at the back. Not fight this, because again, it's going to heal anyway. fact, I'll put this on last too, so it's dealing with stuff at the back. We want to kill the stuff at the back faster to end rounds faster to earn money faster, because we earn money on a per round basis. Okay. We're getting to the point now where I probably should start selling. Yes. There we go. I think I can get it here. Don't die during the animation. Level 30. Pretty good. First. Strong. And yeah, we're going to destroy this now. So the first thing I'm literally going to do is like... Wait, what's still alive? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so since we're absolutely going to destroy this, the first thing I'm going to do is literally already just start rebuilding my banana farms. Because we lost a lot of income from having to sell that much, obviously. Wait, why did it heal? Oh, the alchemist buff. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I forgot about that. So we got away with that because it was further away until now, but now we can't get away with it. I got the alchemist buff in the first place because it's really good for defending normal balloons with the elite sniper. Luckily we didn't spend that much money on it, so selling it didn't lose us too much. It was only a 300 alchemist. Okay, there we go. Alright then. Unfortunately, we can't really afford to sell this because it's so good that, like, although we get a lot of money for it, it probably will end up shooting us in the foot. So we're just going to keep it for now. However, I think it might, with just some debuffs to help it out, be enough to deal with tier 4 as well. So we might not need to buy any more defense for tier 4. We will for tier 5, but tier 4 we might be able to get away with. Also, I placed these badly. God damn it. Whatever. I'll deal with it. I'll just live with that. Right, if I want to get an XXL trap, now's the time. I think I want to try it. I'm a little bit nervous because I must admit I have not tried with an XXL trap now, so I might regret it. But I feel like you just earn so much from it. I'm not selling this because I'm going to get a cripple mob for tier 4. And of course I'm not selling the elite sniper because not only is it still making us money, but it's also still our main source of normal balloon death. Well, no, this will actually deal with it all. Ah, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. 54,000. So we're getting there. There we go. XXL trap. Yeah, that is a lot of money. I think we made the right choice. Oh wait, I did remember something. Okay, so first of all, we don't have a D camo, and we want this to yoink up DDTs. So we'll do that just so we can just flip up DDTs. But as well as that, speaking of DDTs, chain DDTs were actually a problem. Even with the Dart Paragon, it sometimes would leak to them, so I had to get an Icicle Impale for it. I will have to get that before round 100. So we need Icicle Impale, Cripple Mob, and ideally a Glue Storm, and ideally a Super Brittle, but like, we might not need all of those things, but those are like on all the things on our list. I will go for one Banana Central just because Banana Central on its own is pretty good for making money. How much has this trap made? Yeah, it's made quite a lot. Certainly going to be making a profit from it overall. I think we can go for the Monkeynomics, honestly. I should have gone for it earlier, honestly, but I think we can go for the Monkeynomics. I think we go for it now, and then we start greeting. So, I guess first things first, we get this to cripple mob. And then, as much as I would like to get Super Brittle before this, I think I do have to be careful. Make sure we definitely don't die to DDTs, and get... Oh my god, I'm being an idiot. Wait, no, I already have a... No, I don't. Whatever, slight inefficient... Oh my god, I am being an idiot. Also, I guess this counts as a tier 5, which makes sense. Oh my god, my brain's actually turned off. I'm trying to get an Icicle Impale, and I'm... Okay, so usually I prefer the middle path Icicle Impale. However, I must admit, I generally didn't know this for a long time. For the longest time, I thought that Icicle Impale could already hit lead on its own. It just so happened that usually an Alchemist buff was giving the Icicle Impale lead popping, or AMD, and that actually you do need Cold Snap to be able to use Icicle Impale on DDTs. That means that usually I would just get an MIB, or just get an out buff that consistently hits the Icicle Impale and pair that with a Camo Village. But in this case, obviously, I'm just going to go with the top path, because to be fair, we don't need the faster attack speed on the Icicle Impale right now. There it is. Actually, put it on first, because it wants to catch the escapes. Yeah, you saw how terrifying that was. That's why I wanted this, to stop those things. Also, are we going to pop that thing? That's a little scary. Maybe I will put this on first again, because I think that the cripple Marb not shooting get hurt there. And get Super Brittle up. And do I get? I guess I get Glue Storm as well. Okay, can we seriously... Wow, we are really bad against these souls. Where's the zombie mob? Oh, there. Oh shit, I actually don't want it to shoot the zombie mob. Please stop starting it, please. There's nothing else to shoot on the screen, so it keeps shooting it. No, it's getting so far because it's invincible, because this isn't dying. Oh my god, you're kidding. That's a joke. Oh my god. You see, this is why I usually go for attack speed on Icicle Impale. Shit. I didn't think it would actually be that bad, though. We're still good, right? The Zealy ability might help, actually. Okay, we're alive. Jesus. Okay, that is not ideal. I just realized I can't even get a village. Overclock. Oh, let me select the fucking... Yeah. In fact, I'll just get Ultra Boost, because Ultra Boost is a good upgrade to get anyway, for farming purposes as well. But for now, I'm actually going to use it on this, which I wouldn't usually do, but I think it's actually the play here. Wait, oh, fuck! That counts as a buff, I'm an idiot. That counts as a buff. I'm so dumb. I forget sometimes. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay, this would be a good time to actually use Sacrificial Totem, I think. We're gonna beat it. We're gonna beat it. The DDTs are just scary. In fact, it's far enough away that I think I can do this to this without the healing being a problem. Yeah, those zombie DDTs are so scary. No way, right? No way. Okay, hang on a moment. Hang on 1 second. Where did we save? Where did we save? Okay, okay. We're not dead instantly, which is a good save. That's a good save point right there when you're not dead instantly. Okay. Does this get up in time? Probably will. I might at this rate try going for a Goliath Doom ship, because I didn't do that last time. Wait, no DDTs? No DDT. I'll take it, but like what? No DDTs? Okay, sure. No DDTs, I guess. Okay, what can I even continue to spend money on right now? I don't think there's that much I can do. I guess... Because I got one of every tier 5 banana farm, I guess I can get one more marketplace here. I still can't believe I can't fit one here. I mean, I could earlier, I think it's just the placement of this, but... Actually, I mean, technically, isn't it worth it? Probably is. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to remember I can collect money. Okay, so my plan here might be a bit too greedy. If it is, I'll just sell my tier 5 planes. My plan is I'm definitely getting a boat paragon, because the money made from these boats counts as pops, which means we're going to get a good paragon level on it. But I am also hoping I can be so greedy that I might be able to even afford the Goliath Doom ship. That'd be really cool. But I might be being too greedy here. Good news is that, if I remember right, the tier 5 paragon does have bads, but not DDTs. Only the DDTs that come from... Well, no, they won't even come from inside the bads, I just realised, because they're zombie. So yeah, I think we're good, actually. Oh my god, I need to remember to use Ultra Boost on this. I'm not gonna lie, I, like, never use Overclock or Ultra Boost on villages or farms, even though I know you can do it. So... That is just, like, a weird thing to have to do to me. That just doesn't feel right. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have enough for the boat paragon. Goliath Doom ship we can technically afford right now, but we won't be able to get it as well as the boat paragon, and I think the boat paragon takes priority. We're gonna be able to sell a lot. I wonder if I want to sell the Ultra Boost. Obviously, we're gonna wait. Is there any tiles I want to remove here? Am I removing the Ice Climb Pail right now? Nah, I think I'll play it safe, just in case it saves our lives. It's not... Proportionally, it probably isn't a lot we get from selling it anyway. What I will do preemptively, just because I feel like I'm going to struggle placing these otherwise I would keep them just to make more money, but I don't want to panic and not be able to place the Paragon in time, so let's get the tier 5s ready. The Carafolks, it's also going to be nice because it buffs all our Water Monkeys and Aces. The other one that's probably placed pretty late... Wait, they've all made about the same amount of money. I would have thought the earlier ones would have made more money, like the ones I placed first. I was going to try and get rid of whichever one made the least money, but I'm not going to bother counting it all up. Just put a bit more money into it, I guess. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we can sell the XXXL trap soon, and we'll sell the Ultra Boost in the farms at some point. I don't want to leave it too late, though. We actually can't wait that long, because the boat can only be at the top corner, which is a big problem. Wait, I just realised, where's our trade? Oh, our trade's all the way up there. I guess we'll do this one. Okay, slow motion start. Actually, I don't even really... Well, I'll get it back in time, so it doesn't matter, but I don't really even want to even use the Glue Storm yet, because I don't want to damage it too much yet. Oh, I forget global buff stealing, so no point in the Ultra Boost anymore. I guess we're selling early. Oh, it looks like we're going to make it. Okay, I think this should be good. I mean, this is a... Oh wait, this is a degree 25. I didn't think it'd be that high. And this is degree 30. Okay. That's some pretty good damage. Is it actually enough, though? Okay, is there any more debuffs I could be using? No, these are all the debuffs, right? Okay, I've forgotten how Carpet Bomb works. Is it like here to here? What the? I have no idea if that worked. I must admit I don't understand how that ability works. I haven't used the I barely used the Goliath Doom chip so far. Is it actually doing good at 4 million? 4 million. I don't know if this Doom chip is actually doing that great considering how expensive it is. I might have been better just getting the Ninja Paragon again, but I just wanted to try it out. I can't buff at just about all my towers that actually matter, so I guess I just keep this going. Looks like I'm going to get a better time than my last one by a little bit. Oh, I know what I could do. A bit late, but... Energizer, so I get Glue Storm more often. And abilities in general. I guess I don't know, just a patchy because I feel like it. Wait, we're not dying to that, no. Yeah, no. No way. There we go. Okay, right. So yeah, that's how you beat Tier 5 Lich, Tier 5 Elite Lich in rank mode, so you don't have to use any scummy powers. Wait. I thought I had like 15 minutes or something. Am I an idiot? Well, I think I had like 22 minutes earlier, so I guess that's technically better. Oh well. Damn it, I'm still only top 50%. Oh well. I'll take it. Important thing is that we beat it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Hope that was a bit helpful to watch if you haven't tried these boss runs before, and hopefully it helps you find your footing a bit. Oh, I should mention, I guess quickly, there is a very popular strategy in most boss events that we didn't really get to use there. So first of all, I guess just generally, if you have the option to use Ben, you almost always want to use Ben. But as well as that, in terms of farming, I guess I'll just quickly mention that Resort, that's a cool map. We only really used marketplaces there because we had water, but sometimes you won't have water, and sometimes even if you have water, then marketplaces won't be the best options. What would be the other, usually the most like efficient way of farming, besides marketplaces with boats, would be to get spammed BRFs. You maybe want to get like 3 or 4 maybe, or sometimes even just 2 is okay. And you get it all under a village. You slip it up into the Monkeyopolis. This Monkeyopolis makes a ton of money. And then you put next to this village another village that's a Monkey City, because that's going to give it an income boost to the Monkeyopolis. And then around this you keep rebuilding your BRFs with a Banana Central to buff the income of all BRFs. And you get the idea, you would keep going like this. And then you would use Overclock to an Ultra Boost to increase the production of this and the Banana Central. And once you got really like crazy sweaty trying to like make the most money possible, if you could get a stupid amount of money and you really just, you still need more income apparently, you can use Ultra Boost to actually, or Overclock to actually increase the range of the village too. Which means that you can get more banana farms in one Monkeyopolis that way. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I suppose I might do some more videos in future covering bosses, if I feel like it. But that was fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.